Woo woo wee. It's your boy Jay Carter, aka Coach Carter, aka Welcome Back Carter, aka Woo Woo Wee. Got some news, got some updates on Tony Buzbee. And woo, I think we got smoke. Been telling y'all there's a lot of smoke. If y'all don't know, for those of you who don't know what's been going on, Tony Buzbee is the one who filed the lawsuit against Jay-Z, allegedly saying that his client, which is now a woman, was then 13, was raped by Jay-Z and Diddy and a celebrity female B. But since then, Tony Buzbee has been coming under a lot of scrutiny. Woo woo wee. Breaking news. Tony Buzbee just got a lawsuit dropped against him. Breaking news. Check it out. Woo woo wee.
It's true. We're going to get into that. There's also 2 other lawsuits from clients that are men that say Tony Buzbee cheated them out of money. Again, that one is a little bit funny because if you know anything about lawyers' fees, it kind of doesn't add up. But at the end of the day, I don't think that Alex and Jay-Z are, in my opinion, are really going to prove this is true. They just want to destroy his public credibility. They want to jury tape in the purest stand of it. Okay. Plaintiff Jane Doe brings his complaint seeking compensation for the...
Hold up, time out. They saying that Jay-Z wants to destroy Tony Buzbee credibility. What is Tony Buzbee trying to do to him? So all I got to say, check out the lawsuit against Tony Buzbee. Been telling everybody he's a greaseball.
The harm she suffered at the hands of Anthony Glenn Buzbee for his repeated failure to put his ethical obligations as an attorney over his own self-interest. Busbee's deceit and lack of care left plaintiff with an incurable disease and caused her to lose out on assets she should have retained through her divorce. Since 2018, was Buzbee also her sneaky link? This was his girlfriend, client, and she was getting a divorce? Sounds like a sneaky link to me. Since 2018.
No, it sounds like Tony Buzbee is a scumbag to me. That's what it sounds like.
Defendants has taken advantage of plaintiff for his own personal gain, but that ends now. The first time the parties met, he lured her into having a sexual encounter with him by concealing the fact that he had a herder. He knew the
Tony Buzbee had her. You already know, can't say the whole word. Start with an H. They're saying he had an STD. This is what the girl's saying. That Tony Buzbee had the You already know. Let's keep it going.
Buzbee knew at the risk that he would pass the blah, blah, blah to this woman if he did not take appropriate precautions. And when the risk materialized, he manipulated her to protect himself from reputational harm using his status as a licensed attorney. Tony Buzbee convinced this woman to waive her right to monetary compensation for contracting a VD from him in exchange for free legal services, and then became possessive of plaintiff in an effort to keep her close and prevent her from exposing him for what he did to her. On one occasion, he became physically violent when he observed her speaking to another man.
Y'all heard that? The lawyer, Tony Buzbee, the one suing Jay-Z, has become physically violent toward this woman, according to her complaint. Let's keep it going. Woo woo wee.
And at a bar in New York, leaving her with 2 broken teeth. Yo, this better not be true. Oh.
Excuse me? Excuse me? Leaving the woman with 2 broken teeth. This is the lawyer who everybody's running behind with their cheerleader pom-poms to take down Jay-Z. This is the lawyer, what he did to this woman. Let's keep it going. Woo woo fucking wee.
Wow. She became fearful that what Buzbee would do if she ever spoke out against him. Let me just say this. There should be security footage, and there should be witnesses. Because in a New York bar, when a woman or anybody gets hit and there are broken teeth, there is some type of report. I don't mean they interviewed them, but it would have to be on file somewhere. So this could be very, very easily proven or disproven. In 2021, as a result of the Tony Buzbee's manipulation, she allowed Tony Buzbee, who had just married a woman 23 years younger than him, to represent her in her divorce. What? So he does have a wife.
Yes, yes. So Tony Buzbee was married at the time. While he's married, he was cheating with this woman, Jane Doe. He gave her the her. Y'all already know what that is. Start with the H, STD. Okay? Cheating with his wife. Gave her the herp. And supposedly somehow broke her teeth. Okay? Let's keep it going. This is Tony Buzbee, the one trying to take Jay-Z down. Woo-woo-wee. It's not happening.
Buzbee assured her that he would fight for her to receive her fair share of marital assets. But rather than uphold his promises and legal obligation to zealously advocate for her interests within the confines of the law, he used the opportunity to doctor plaintiff's medical records to make it look like he could not have been the one who infected her with a VD.
Wow. Woo-woo-wee. Lot of smoke. Y'all heard that? He doctored her medical records so it wouldn't reflect he was the one that gave her the herp. Woo-woo-wee.
Defendant then used these blatantly falsified, but it would have to be on file somewhere. So this could be very, very easily proven or disproven. In 2021, as a result of the Tony Buzbee's manipulation, she allowed Tony Buzbee, who had just married a woman 23 years younger than him, to represent her in her divorce. What? So he does have a wife. Buzbee assured her that he would fight for her to receive her fair share of marital assets. But rather than uphold his promises and legal obligation to zealously advocate for her interests within the confines of the law, he used the opportunity to doctor plaintiff's medical records to make it look like he could not have been the one who infected her with a VD. Defendant then used these blatantly falsified records to attempt to blackmail the husband to circumvent ordinary negotiations to distribute assets in the context of a divorce. When that failed, he arranged a settlement that left her with a fraction of what she could have received in order to resolve the matter as quickly as possible and bury his egregious misconduct. What?
That's your boy.
Okay.
Okay, this is the greaseball Tony Buzbee, who's suing Jay-Z, doing all this. Jane Doe dropped a lawsuit against him. Let's keep it going. Woo-woo-wee. Lot of smoke.
Did a big one with this. He might have did a big one with this. First of all, we don't know whether she's lying or telling the truth. But even if a fraction is true, and honestly, she is painting herself.
Yo, this is crazy. That she said we don't know if she's lying or telling the truth, because she's the same one. Tisa tells, every time a victim come forward, I believe the victims. That's what she say all the time. I believe the victims. I don't see why they ain't got no reason to why. I believe the victim. Damn, this one, you got to see if it's true. Woo-woo-wee.
As a victim of Tony Buzbee, and we believe victims, but let me rewind that. He used the opportunity to doctor her medical records to make it look as if he could not have been the one who infected her with a VD, then used these blatantly falsified records to attempt to blackmail the husband?
Yup. That's what he did. Yup. Wow.
In the ordinary negotiations to distribute assets in the context of a divorce? When that failed, he arranged a settlement that led her with a fraction. Let's see if she got proof. Buzbee, if she got proof, you are done for, because it is not.
I believe her.
It is not.
I believe her. Any other time you believe the victims, Now let's see if she got proof. I believe her. Tony Buzbee is a scumbag. He did all that and some. Woo woo wee. All them cases getting dropped. The case with Jay-Z is getting dropped. All those cases with Puff Daddy is now in jeopardy due to this sleazy lawsuit that just came out against lawyer Tony Buzbee from a Jane Doe. Let's keep it going. Woo woo wee. Free the Carters.
Okay, this is all filed in Texas jurisdiction. Factual allegations. So it's this. Defendant Buzbee recklessly gave her a BD and manipulated her into silence. In early 2018, she connected with Buzbee online, where he charmed her. You gotta watch out for them Southern boys. Baby, their words sound like caramel, and their touch feels like satin. You gotta watch out for them Southern boys. Where he charmed her with conversation and persuaded her to meet in person for a date. She traveled to his hometown in Houston, where he took her to dinner and a show. After the show, it's the after party. After the party, okay, fine. After the show, Buzbee invited her to stay and have a few drinks. He said, "Why don't you stay and have a few drinks, darling?" And he arranged for them to spend the night in a 5-star hotel. He seduced her to engage in sexual activities without disclosing he had a BD. Sorry, guys. I have a question. Hold on a second. I have a question. Okay, hold on. I have a question.
We know where the question is getting at. Do the average person have to
Is
disclose?
it illegal? Do you have to disclose
You got a
in
VD?
Texas? Hi, quick question. Do you have to disclose whether somebody has a contagious disease in the sexual nature in the state of Texas? I'm just checking. I really want to know. Because did he have a legal obligation to actually disclose that? Also, you guys, I was featured in The Hollywood Reporter by the illustrious Shirley Halperin. The link to the article is in the description box. If you've ever cared about me, please click and read that article. And if you hate me, please click and read a rude comment. Leave a rude comment. But click on that article. Okay. So let's get this, right? Oh, okay. Tony Buzbee, you might be done for. So in some states, you don't have to disclose if you have anything, the hurt dirt. However, in Texas, a person is generally required to disclose if they have any ST whatever before engaging in sexual activities, particularly if it is a contagious disease that could harm another person. Failing to do so can have serious legal consequences.
Wow.
So there.
Wow. Okay. Woo. See, I didn't know that. So now we got Tony Buzbee, according to the complaint, in the room with the girl. He has her perp. In the state of Texas, if you have an STD or any kind of infectious diseases that can be transmitted easily, it is required by law that you tell that person before y'all get in the boom, boom, boom. If you don't, there can be serious legal complications behind that. That's where we at. Let's keep it going. This is about Tony Buzbee, scumbag lawyer, making up stories on the Carters, being exposed. Lawsuit just dropped on Tony Buzbee by Jane Doe. Let's keep it going.
There's a legal duty to disclose. While laws may not, so it's not criminal. They said while laws may not explicitly criminalize failure to disclose, e.g. like the hurt, the HP, a person could still face civil liability for damages if their partner contracts a disease and was not informed beforehand. Texas has programs to help notify partners. Okay, sure, guys. So they really do have programs to notify. Tony Buzbee, if even a second of this is true, you are in deep trouble.
Tony Buzbee is roasted.
What is this? Hold on.
It's over for Tony Buzbee. I believe the victim. Any other
Okay.
time, everybody want to believe the victims?
Anyway,
I believe the
let's get into
victim.
this. They said after receiving, shortly after the appointment, spending the night with him in early 18, she began to feel uncomfortable sensations around her groin area. She made an appointment for a physician to address the issue. Shortly after the appointment, the physician informed her that she had received a VD from her encounter with Buzbee.
So she went and got checked out, and she came to the realization she just got the herp from Tony Buzbee. Woo woo wee. Let's keep it going.
The plaintiff shared the unfortunate news that the VD was an incurable disease that could cause her pain and embarrassment for the rest of her life. After receiving the diagnosis, she called Buzbee to inform her that he had done that. He was apologetic and unsurprised because, with information and belief, he was already aware that he had that, and that he did not take appropriate precautions to prevent transmission. He instructed her not to tell anyone and offered to provide freely.
Told her don't tell anyone. He knew he gave it to her. Instructed her not to tell anyone that he gave her the herp. At the time, Tony Buzbee's married, but sleeping with this girl on the side. Let's keep it going. Woo woo wee.
Services as compensation for his deceit and carelessness that resulted in her contracting the incurable disease. Filled with shame and grief over her diagnosis, she continued seeing him, the only sexual partner she would not have to inform of her disease test results. So she's saying that she wasn't forced to see him, but because of the shame, it was just easier whenever she had needs to look up Buzbee because she just felt like she was like damaged, you know? Defendant became possessed.
Basically, she kept sleeping with him because in the state of Texas, if she would have kept meeting different people and sleeping with different people under the law, she would have had to disclose that she had the herp. So she figured he gave me the herp. I might as well just keep sleeping with him. That way I ain't got to embarrass myself by disclosing to other people I meet in the future that I got herp. That's where we at. Let's keep it going.
Of her in an effort to keep her close and manipulate her into keeping a secret. Now, around this time, it seems like he was married, correct? So this was his sneaky link. Oh wow. Buzbee began inviting her on trips with him in his private jet to Panama and New York City, where he owned a residence. While in New York City, she and a friend had a drink at a bar where Buzbee would later meet them. When Buzbee entered, he saw her talking to another man at the bar. In a jealous rage, she smashed the glass into her face.
Wow. Woo, woo, wee. I told y'all it was smoke. I told y'all Tony Buzbee was blowing smoke. He smashed the girl. And this is the lawyer. Woo woo wee. This is the lawyer who is trying to sue Jay-Z with bogus accusations. This is the Jane Doe telling her accounts of what happened when she was dating Tony Buzbee. Gave her the herp. Now they out somewhere. He flew into a rage and smashed her face with the glass. Tony Buzbee, you need to be arrested. You need to be disbarred. And you are disgraced. Let's keep it going.
Front teeth. She became fearful of what inviting her on trips with him in his private jet to Panama and New York City, where he owned a residence. While in New York City, she and a friend had a drink at a bar where Buzbee would later meet them. When Buzbee entered, he saw her talking to another man at the bar. In a jealous rage, she smashed the glass into her face, causing her to chip front teeth. She became fearful of what the defendant would do if she ever spoke out against him.
Chipped her two front teeth.
Yo, if this is true,
Tony Buzbee is a monster.
Busby's done.
Put him next to Diddy.
This is a lot of
Put him
detail.
next to Diddy. Let me get some more smoke.
No. Busby,
Get some more smoke.
It's very
Put him next to Diddy.
untrue, but he didn't drop any receipts. Where are the receipts? He's going to have to drop a response to this, because if he doesn't, I think in like, how long do you have? 10, 30 days to respond back to a petition in Texas? It's going to be a default.
All right, listen, we're going to give Tony Buzbee some time to respond to this. This is all new, breaking news. You heard it here first. Woo woo wee news. Subscribe to Tisa Tell. She got a good channel. She got good content, but it take a long time for her to get to the point sometimes. But anyway, it's your boy Jay Carter, a.k.a. Coach Carter, a.k.a. Welcome Back Carter, a.k.a. Woo Woo Wee. Until we hear Buzbee response, we're going to tune out.